Dinosaur Safari by Llewellyn. Exploring the past. Imagine going on a safari 100 million years ago. What did the earth look like then? What animals would you find? Which animals lived on the land? Get a closer look on pages 4 through 13. Which creatures swam in the sea? Dive to pages 14 to 17 to find out more. Did any animals fly through the air? Find out on pages 18 to 21. Grab some binoculars and let's go on safari. We know which animals lived in the past by looking at fossils. These are animal bones and shells that have turned to stone. An ammonite fossil. On the land. Your safari is about to begin. First, let's take a look at the earth 100 million years ago. It is warm. The land is covered by plants. Dinosaurs roam the earth. The plants are food for plant-eating dinosaurs, like Brachiosaurus. The plant-eating dinosaurs are food for hunters, like Tyrannosaurus. Look at the Triceratops having a drink. Land animals live in places where they can find food and water. Near the river. A river is a good place to look for animals. The herd of dinosaurs feeding by this river are called Brachiosaurus. They are one of the largest creatures ever to walk the earth. Brachiosaurus has a long neck that stretches about 13 meters. That's as long as 3-part cars end to end. It helps them to reach the soft leaves at the very top of the trees. This footprint is big enough for me to sit in. A Brachiosaurus skeleton. How big? Length 25 meters. Height up to 16 meters. What does the name mean? Brachiosaurus means arm lizard. It was called this because its front legs were longer than its back legs. How do you say it? Brachiosaurus. Say Brachiosaurus. In the forest. Many animals live in forests. They can hide among the trees and there is plenty of food. Here is a group of Triceratops feeding on leaves and twigs. Triceratops is a huge animal that looks a bit like a rhinoceros. It has 3 sharp horns on its head and a bony head plate. These help to protect it if it's attacked. Triceratops will also charge other animals. It can run quite fast. How big? Length 9 meters. Height 3 meters. What does the name mean? Triceratops means 3-horned face. How do you say it? Triceratops. Say Triceratops. If these charge, we'll have to get out of here. In the swamp. A muddy swamp is a good place for predators because they can see all around them. Here they can hide behind trees and look for a tasty meal. The Tyrannosaurus is a deadly predator. It has a massive head and its jaws are lined with sharp, jagged teeth. These animals are big and they can run fast. A Tyrannosaurus skeleton. How big? Length 12 meters. What does the name mean? Tyrannosaurus means tyrant lizard. A tyrant is someone who is powerful and cruel. Can you think why the Tyrannosaurus got its name? How do you say it? Tyrannosaurus. Say Tyrannosaurus. On the beach. On a sandy beach there is a group of dinosaurs called Maiasaura. They come here every year because the sand is nice and soft. It is a good place for them to dig their nests. A female lays between 20 and 30 eggs in her roomy nest. Maiasaura nest together so they can look out for predators and protect their young from harm. Let's keep back. They can be dangerous. How big? Length 9 meters. What does the name mean? Maiasaura means good mother lizard. The females were very protective over their young. How do you say it? Maiasaura. Say Maiasaura. In the sea. Many animals live in the sea. There is plenty of food in the water. Fierce prehistoric sharks feed on fish and sea herbs. There are huge sea reptiles. They have flippers to help them swim as they hunt for fish. Get your diving gear on and come and take a closer look. Reptiles cannot breathe underwater. They must swim to the surface to fill their lungs with air. Seaweed and other plants grow in the sea. There are small creatures called ammonites. They live inside a shell. In deep water. In the deepest part of the sea there are mega monsters. This one is an elasmosaurus. From tip to tail it is about 15 meters long. Half of that is its neck. It is quite dark under the water, so fish cannot see its massive body. All the fish can see is its tiny head, and so they do not try to escape. The elasmosaurus gets closer and closer to them, and then, snap, it grabs them in its jaws. How big? Length 15 meters. What does the name mean? Elasmosaurus means thin-plated reptile. It was called this because some of its bones are like flat plates. How do you say it? Elasmosaurus. Say Elasmosaurus. In the air. Flying is a great help to animals. They can escape from predators. They can also find food and safe places to rest. There are huge flying reptiles called pteranodons. Their wings are covered with skin. There are moths, honeybees, and other insects. There are some birds. Their wings are covered with feathers. Which animals today have wings made of skin? On the cliffs. Pteranodons leap off the cliffs and dive into the sea. They are hunting for food. They are bigger than any flying creature on Earth today. A pteranodon's bones are hollow and as thin as eggshells. This makes the animal very light. If it stands on the cliff top and spreads its wings, the wind lifts it up into the air. A pteranodon skeleton. How big? Wingspan 7 meters. What does the name mean? Pteranodon means winged and toothless. How do you say it? Pteranodon. Say pteranodon. A pteranodon is bigger than a hang glider. The end.